Hello. So in this video, I want to talk to you guys about how I'm monitored through the clinical experience. Again, there was another video on this. The first part where I talked about, what is the clinical experience, what do you do, and what sites are available for the clinical experience. Now in this video, I want to talk to you guys about how I'm monitored through the clinical experience. So let's begin. How am I monitored? Basically, I'm monitored through a class called Clinical Practice 1, Prevention and Wellness. The name for that class will change for each semester, but the criteria is the same for it. And the criteria is listed right here. And one of the biggest ones is these clinical evals. So these clinical evals are where I'm graded from the preceptor or the athletic trainer that I observed for the clinical experience that grades me on how well I did. And this is what my professor says about it. Basically, at the end of each clinical education experience, various evals will be completed. Your preceptor will eval your performance during your experience. You also complete a self-eval and eval the preceptor in the site. These evals will also be available through ATRAC. Now, if I don't do well at these sites or for the clinical experience, or even if I don't show up for the clinical experience, I'm going to be, or my grade is going to be affected in that way. And so if I don't do well in this class, it's going to affect my overall GPA for the semester, and then my overall GPA or cumulative GPA for the program. And I need to maintain a 3.0 GPA, so I need to do well on or for these clinical experiences. Now, I want to talk to you guys a little bit more in depth of what I got from the clinical eval and what my grade was from one of my sites. And then I'll also talk to you guys about logging hours. But first, I'll talk to you guys about logging hours. Then I'll talk to you guys about my clinical eval score. And so I'll recap on what sites I did. So I did one at LA High School for 3 weeks. I did another one at John Carroll University for 8 weeks. And then I did another one I'm doing another one at Akron Children's Hospital for 3 weeks. All right, and so let's get into it. Basically, ATRAC is where I can log my hours in. So, I put in, the date. I have to log in 3 days prior, put in the time, my preceptor. The preceptor is going to be assigned to you on wherever you're located for the semester. And so the sites, these are all the sites that are available. St. Vincent St. Mary High School, Shrewsbury High School, Bolton High School. This is actually where one of the top 3 basketball players in the nation is located. I think his name is Chris, which is pretty cool. Anyways, location basically specifically relates to your clinical hospitals, like where are they located, which one did you go to? Did you go to one, Cleveland or West Monroe or whatnot, right? Event, basically this relates to the sport that you did or if it's a clinic. Activity type, treatments and eval, home and away, practice, doctor visits, etc. Number of patients that you contacted, maybe it's 5, you put that down. And then you have to, and it's required to put down a comment. So maybe put down what you observed or what you found interesting for the day, and then you add the hours into your log, I should say. Hour log. So basically for me, I got about 170 right now. I need about 180 for this semester, which I'm almost there. So I have 3 more weeks, so I'll be able to get 180. I'm hoping to get at least 200. And so for the clinical eval and what I got, I'll talk to you guys a little bit about that. So I got this eval from LA High School, from my preceptor from LA High School. And basically there's 2 sections in it. Number 1 is clinical skills. Number 2 is professional and personal skills. And clinical skills, you're graded from 1 to 10, 10 being the best. And then you're basically graded on injury eval, injury recognition, anatomical knowledge, etc. Right? And so, for example, for anatomical knowledge, I got an 8 or an 80%. Record keeping, I got NBE, or no basis for eval. Athletic training facility management, I got an 8 or an 80%. Overall, I got a 77.5%. Not bad. Now, professional and personal skills in this section, right? You're graded on 1 to 10 again, 10 being the best. Dependability, arrives on time. Interpersonal skills, initiative, those are the examples or the criteria that you have to fill for this section. Now, for professionalism, I got a 9 or 90%. Thoroughness, I got an 8 or an 80%. Communication, I got a 8 or an 80%. Overall, I got an 81%. And then for my total weighted form score, I got a 79.25%. That's not bad. There's a lot that I have to work on, specifically, dependability, maybe, even injury recognition and eval, being confident and doing things without me being asked. And basically, that is what I got for the clinical eval. So in this video, I'll talk to you guys about how I was monitored through the clinical experience, and that is through a class. And the biggest way is these clinical evals, or these graded sheets that I get from the athletic trainer that I did the clinical experience at. So if you have any questions, comment down below. I love to answer them for you. I'll see you guys later in the next video. Bye.